As you know, we're on our debt-free journey. We are working on our debt snowball. We're reselling on the side of our full-time jobs to make extra money to put towards our $330,000 in debt. This past 10 days, because today is January, might actually be January 11th, but the past 10 days we have been able to take $500 out of our reselling business and put that onto our debt. Plus, we took another $4,000 from our full-time gigs and put that onto our debt too. So we're already like 1 week in to the debt snowball, and we've put $4,500 towards that 330. Yesterday we hit the bins. We got a great big haul here of used items that we are going to flip for profit on eBay, Poshmark, Depop. Almost forgot that one. And I might put a few of these things over into my Etsy store too because they're vintage. I found some Christmas items, or a newer Martha Stewart tag, but I'll put that on eBay, Depop, and Poshmark then, and I'll assume that I'll get about $30 for that because Martha Stewart, velvet, embroidered, those types of things will go really well. People love Martha Stewart. I mean, she's got street cred. I found this made in Taiwan stocking. Clearly 90s, 1991 Mountain Man nut and fruit company. Different. Made in Korea. So I'm going to put him into my Etsy store for sure. Oh, he might have a little bit of, I think he had some jelly beans in the bottom. So we got some 90s jelly bellies in here. Put him into my Etsy store, maybe put him up for about $40 or so and see if somebody takes him. He might sit around until Christmas, but I really don't mind that. I'll house some Christmas items and wait for the profit on those. We spent $75 on a huge haul here. I haven't added up how many items we actually have because that's how I usually figure out my cost of goods. I take the amount, divide it by our items that we've purchased, and usually it's about $1.25, $1.50 per item. And then that's a great profit when you flip it into 25, 20, 15. It's, it's an okay profit. So I'll take every little penny I can get right now. This Callaway XL, it's a novelty print with like martini glasses. XL golf season will be in soon, so I'm imagining we'll get about $25 out of that, which is an amazing profit, I think, from the bins, especially if we can flip it quick. Grab these little Abercrombie and kiddo shorts, $15 to $20, and they don't weigh much, so that's a great profit. I found these 511 Tactical Series pants, and they seem to be a rain or a snow gear. I've never come across these before. They've got all kinds of features like cinched ankles and zippers and pulls and pockets. So I imagine that those will do great. I'm hoping for $25 for those. I didn't look into them, I just grabbed them. I've sold a lot of 511 Tactical. It's not what it used to be, but I might even have some still. This is a 1990s, kind of a fairy core, whimsical, bloom chic dress. It's not a brand, or not a dress, a shirt. It's not really a brand you would really necessarily find out in the wild a lot. Brittany black, and it didn't have a size up here, but down in the little side tag here it did say XL made in Mexico. So it's got that over lace layer, sheer sleeves. Those are a lot of keywords that I'm going to use to sell that for $20 to $30. I grabbed everything that I thought could make profit. I love to grab fabric and linens when I can find it in the bins. I know it's a little bit heavier, but still I've got a lot of yardage here that will go really well. Fabric from, well, this is Star Wars. I need to measure out how many yards I have here. I think I have 3 to 5 yards though, just by a quick measurement. It's a branded with Star Wars, Lucasfilm, Camelot fabric. So I think that one's going to be about $30. Joann Fabrics went out of business, as we know, not too long ago. So I found a lot of pieces from them in the bins yesterday. So somebody must have been getting rid of just old fabric they had. This was a Free People dress. It is a gamble because it almost seems like it's missing a belt or something around it. And it's got a little greasy stain I'm going to try to get out with some Dawn power spray detergent, but it's got these rivets or whatever you would call those around. very long maxi dress, but hopefully I can sell that for about 25, 20. This is a Pottery Barn. I hit a batch of linens. I can just like really sniff out the Pottery Barn stuff. I tell you at the bins, I love Pottery Barn. It sells so quick. It sells so well. This is like a wheat and stripe table runner, I believe was this design. It is probably 10 to 15 year old design, but it's a linen blend. Very long. I think I'll sell that for $30 or so. Found this North Face men's hoodie, fleecy lined, 2XL, and I really couldn't find anything wrong with it. It has a lot of really interesting pockets, reinforcement. It was just laying on the top of a bin, so I don't know if we just got there in time, that nobody had really picked through some bins, because they rotate them really fast at our outlet. So I don't know if we just got there and maybe there was some stuff sitting from the evening still. I need to go around with my sweater shaver, but I'll disclose that there's probably going to be some pilling left on this, but I don't think that'll be a big deal. That's a nice size, nice heavyweight jacket. I was super excited to find this as well because it's also Pottery Barn, newer. I'm not sure. I thought maybe this was Pottery Barn Teen, one of their gingham designs, but I'll investigate further, or I don't really care. I'll put it up as Pottery Barn, gray, gingham, country, traditional, classic sheet set. I need to figure out the size of it as well. So I got a little confused when I was looking at the tag. I need to find the fitted sheet in my pile. But I found 4 pillowcases, the fitted sheet, and the flat sheet. Carry on with our home goods and Christmas items, because there was a lot of Christmas items. Found this Crate and Barrel. It's a 80% wool tree skirt. Gorgeous, embellished. When I looked it up, I think these were selling for like $50. So I was thrilled to find that. Now here is where we're getting into a little bit more fabric. I've got this Joann Fabric Snuggle, and it is many, many yards of a cotton flannel. Hoping to make about $40 to $50 on that. My buyers will pay the shipping too, so I know some of this stuff is a little bit heavier, but I always put down buyers pay shipping. This is a Lucky brand. I think that tag looks like it's a Y2K. I grabbed this because it had chore pockets. My husband found it, so I'm going to use the chore pocket utility jacket keywords to try to sell that. And oh my goodness, we've got so much more. It's ridiculous. My husband really is into leather goods. He loves restoring leather things. He found a lot of belts. So we have some really pretty unique belts, which really do us well from the bins. If we can grab lower priced accessories, or lower weight, I should say. Like, I can't remember, this is the limited. This is a leather suede, large, made in Italy, the limited. It has really pretty fasteners. So if we can pick those up, they're really lightweight, 4 ounces or so, and sell them for $25 to $40. It's a great profit. So we pick those up all day long. Those and scarves. We love to pick up scarves. Scarves are trending for the spring season as well. Grabbed this J. Crew dress because it was a linen, mostly linen blend, and I thought it had a patriotic feel with the red, white, and blue. I thought it'd be a good 4th of July dress. So might hold on to that for a little bit. We'll see. It also had some clown vibes, so we'll see if some cute girl wants to wear that. Jason found this dress. It's Signature by Robbie B. I've never seen this brand before, but I thought maybe the artistic geometric look to it with the asymmetrical hem and the tie at the back, I thought that might sell that dress. I'm going to try out this Free People top. It was a really bizarre one. I'm going to really have to wrap it around my dress form. This, I guess, is the neck. This is a sleeve. This is a sleeve too. And it's got all kinds of like wraps. I don't know what's going on here, but it is a Free People Beach, size small. So hopefully I'll be able to get about 25 or so out of that. You're seeing a trend here. We're hoping to flip a $1.50 into 25 is kind of my goal. Liz Claiborne, I just grabbed this because it was 100% linen. I'm starting to think of people going on vacation. We just had a full maxi dress sell, so and it was a Talbot's, a larger size dress. We found at the bins it was new with tags. So I'm starting to really hone in on the linen. Like any brand, I just grab it. Under Armour 3XL tall polo. Because of that unique size, that's why we grabbed that. Some more Joann fabric. I'm not sure. This one might be kind of a dud. It didn't look like bluebirds are very popular, but I know I saw in one of the trend reports that duck like pottery and things for home decor are going to be big. I grabbed this 90s kind of Y2K skirt, Style & Company, size 14, made in Taiwan. I just really liked that with the no pockets and everything. I really think that I had that same skirt, just longer. I know my girlfriend probably has that picture, but Abercrombie Kid leggings, 11, 12. Those look like those sold well, so I went ahead and grabbed them. Kind of dabbling in the kids' clothes since they're so light and everything. This isn't just an ASOS design. US size 12. It is very lag-in look, I thought. Minimalist, artistic. This is a pocket, if you're wondering. Very wide leg, so I'm going to give that a go. I think I've only ever picked up maybe one ASOS thing. I don't know. Am I making a mistake there? I don't know if people like ASOS. For some reason, I thought that was a H&M brand, but I'm not even sure of that. Might be its own thing. This suede leather jacket, picked it up because suede has really been trending lately. This is Roundtree and Yorkley, something like that. Nothing exciting other than it's a suede jacket. Jason looked it up for me and he thinks it'll go for $40 to $50 though, so we'll take that for sure. Just, you know, selling it that it's actually like a suede short coat. MSK XL, I'm dabbling in this brand a little bit. It's got a cape. It's a full maxi skirt, very flowy. It's got some little embellishments on the thing, the tie there, so we'll see if we can get about $25 out of that as well. This still had its tags on it, so I grab a lot of stuff from the bins if it still has its tags on it, and I think the style is good. You know, originally Express wanted $54 for this. It's an XL, off the shoulder, crinkle, like a cropped or a very short top. So we'll see if we can get $25 for that. More of that Pottery Barn. I just love this find. I'm so excited. My husband grabbed this and laughed so hard. He's like, oh, this is ridiculous. I was like, no, give it to me. This I bet sells. It's a Kroger, apron. So like an employee apron. And heck yeah, they do sell. So, and it looks like they have a quick sell through, which is even better. Pottery Barn shams of some sort. I found 2 of these with the gingham pattern. Paisley, gingham. Should definitely sell. Oh, I was going to find the tag for you, but so I swear they are Pottery Barn. I found it somewhere. I don't know why, I can really spot Pottery Barn. Probably you can too, because it has a very distinct look. And whoever owned all of this stuff washed with like a very strong Gain scent beads, which I will get that out. I'll wash everything in OxyClean and unscented detergent, but I could definitely sniff her stuff out. So those, you know, I haven't even looked those up, but I always assume about $40 on Pottery Barn. I found Pottery Barn Kids. That is great. Kids and teens in Pottery Barn goes really, really well for us. So I found the Pixar Toy Story set. I found, let's see, flat sheet, one pillowcase. I wish I'd found another pillowcase, but I'll do because this is a good enough set, I think, and the fitted sheet. So I need to look. It's at least a size full for that. So I'm guessing anywhere from $50 to $80 for that set. Another one of those linen curtains, Pottery Barn. Another belt, very nice. Talbot's, genuine leather. Very, very pretty. Woven leather. That's some keywords there. Okay, we only have a couple more. Thanks for sticking with me. We got a little bit more. I cannot remember what this was. Hopefully I'll be able to pop it up on the screen. But this is some sort of a Nike collab. So if it's a Nike collab or something particularly interesting with Nike, we'll look it up. And that one was a good collab. So, and a Talbot's 100% merino sweater. I'm going to sell this as classic trad wife, old money. And it is almost springtime. Spring break is coming up. So here's a little Victoria's Secret. Tags are still on this bathing suit with the panty liner. They wanted $33 for the bottoms and They wanted probably, okay, maybe they sold the whole thing. Nope, nope. Whew, $50 for the top, so $80 bathing suit. 34D on the top. So that seems like probably a good size for a girly pop. And some little small bottoms. So I think that'll probably sell well. I didn't look up comps for that. I just assumed maybe half of what the retail price was is usually kind of a rule of thumb I go for. So I'll put it up for about $40 and, open up take offers and send out aggressive offers with my nifty AI tool and see how it sells. And that's kind of the way I set everything up. I set it up so that I send out offers, I accept offers, and just get the stuff moving, get that money in, get the snowball rolling. Thanks for stopping by. I'll update you. I'm going to try to put up some more shorts so you know how we're doing on our snowball and our payoff as we go through January and beyond. Thanks a lot for stopping by.